I suggest maybe you get an attorney.
She is an attorney, Your Honor.
Well, that's even more alarming. Ma'am, I remember everything I do. Do not try to address me that way. I will have a memory that will throw you in circles. So don't come at me like that. Because if you come at me like that, you're going to get hurt.
This courtroom is a circus, and Judge Simpson is stuck as the unwilling ringmaster. You got this lady walking in like she's a real lawyer, bragging about law school, but the only thing she's really mastered is wasting everybody's time. I just can't believe she's out here misfiling papers, changing fonts like it's some kind of prank, and then acting clueless when she gets called out. What should have been a quick eviction has now stretched into 3 months of pure chaos, and I'm sitting here wondering why the court even puts up with it. So, at what point do you just stop the circus and drop the hammer? Let me know your takes in the comments. Let's dive in and watch.
R&J Group, or is that what it's supposed to be? $J Group Holdings versus Azar, Sadehi Stanfield, and Gazal Stanfield.
Ready, Your Honor. Good morning. Anthony Mamina appearing on behalf of plaintiff R&J Group Holdings, LLC.
You got either party here.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Azar Staffeld.
All right. And this is the termination?
Yes, post-lease term termination. We're not seeking to terminate for non-payment, Your Honor, just because the lease has in fact terminated.
The lease has expired.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, what's your position on that? They're seeking to terminate your tenancy. Your lease has expired.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is not a landlord-tenant case, Your Honor. This is the owner of record versus the real owners of property, which are us.
Pardon?
And yeah, we are the real owners of the property. This property was wrongfully foreclosed. This property, I petitioned for a stay because our case against Wells Fargo is pending in federal court. And we want Your Honor to issue the stay because we also notified Mr. Mamina that it's in fact them that are violating their contract because this was not a tenancy. This was a lease with option to buy. We have been notifying them that we are ready to purchase the property since it has been 2 liens gone on the property. Our mortgage is ready, our down payment is ready, and then they cannot remove the liens, Your Honor. And the liens are one from Ann Arbor Township. So unless R&J Group remove the lien, we cannot proceed with our mortgage to purchase the property. And this was our plan B to begin with. Our plan A is our case pending in federal court for wrongful foreclosure. So I want to petition for a stay before this honorable court.
Well, I'm not going to grant a stay if that's what you're asking for. However, you say there's an action that's pending in federal court?
Correct.
Counsel, you know anything about that?
No, as a matter of fact, I do know something about that, Your Honor. What they're claiming is that there was a foreclosure started by Wells Fargo and Wells Fargo failed to honor. They're claiming, we don't believe that's the case, and the pleadings bear that out, failed to do the necessary post-default workout as required by some of the COVID statutes relating to defaults and mortgage defaults. It has nothing to do with us. We are not a party to that suit. We haven't been served with it. As a matter of fact, I've been advised by your office or the clerk in the court that Ms. Staffeld, who incidentally is a Juris Doctorate, as I'm told by her, and a PhD and other advanced degrees, so she's not uninformed here, Your Honor. This is in fact a lease with an option to purchase. That's it. It is what it is, and I've provided a copy. It's not,
Wells Fargo.
she does not own the property. My client is the record owner of the property. We agreed to lease it back to her. She was the former owner. She lost it in the foreclosure, which is the subject of the federal action that involves Wells Fargo, not my client in any regard.
Well, hold on a second. So,
Go get the Wells Fargo
but,
from
but
the bank.
hold on. So that I'm trying to follow this. Wells Fargo foreclosed on the defendants in this case.
Correct.
Your client is the purchaser from that foreclosure,
Yes, Your Honor.
and she's challenging the foreclosure in federal court. All right, here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m. At 3 p.m., excuse me. Ma'am, you are to file an answer to this complaint along with information regarding the federal lawsuit.
She's actually trying to get a stay, which means she's asking the judge to pause the eviction. But here's what blows my mind. She doesn't even own the property anymore. I mean, she literally lost in foreclosure. It's like showing up to somebody else's house and demanding they stop locking you out. I just get secondhand embarrassment watching this because deep down she knows it's over. But she's still trying to twist the system just to stall. I mean, I've seen judges tolerate a lot, but this kind of move always pushes their patience to the limit. Once that foreclosure is finalized, the property isn't yours. It's done legally speaking at least. And the wildest part is she's filing motions and changing fonts like it's going to magically reset the case. I honestly think she's just addicted to the chaos at this point. I mean, the judge isn't even the villain here. He's just trying to end a 3-month soap opera that should have been wrapped up in 1 week.
I understand that plaintiffs in this case aren't a party to that, but I'd like to at least take a look at that before issuing any ruling on this case. So you'll need to file an answer. It should include not only references to that federal lawsuit, but I'd like a copy of the complaint and answer also on that.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can you extend that 1 week to 2 weeks?
Do you have any objection to that, counsel?
I certainly do, Your Honor, but of course.
Okay, then
Call.
I'll do what the say. We'll go 1 week out, folks.
Thank you so much,
28th.
Your Honor.
3 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
you.
Have a nice day.
Our $J Group Holdings versus Azar Segdahi Safel. Okay. So, what was that?
Ready, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And where are we on this?
May I pass to the bailiff to hand this to the,
What is it?
this is the petition for joinder before federal court we filed, Your Honor.
The petition for joinder?
Yes. We amended the complaint and we added R&J Holding to our federal complaint in U.S. court.
No. Have you seen that?
I have not, Your Honor.
Well, you can't just give me things and expect the court to take them without showing opposing counsel.
Okay, I have a copy for him. He refused to accept.
Your Honor, she hasn't tendered it to me. Also, for what it's worth, yesterday at about 11 o'clock in the morning, the defendant served upon my office a ream of pleadings, responses, motions to stay, motions to dismiss, and so on. And I did my best.
For what case? For this
For
one?
this case. We're not a part of that federal case, and she is doing the classic attempting to turn this into a federal case, when in fact it's just a summary proceedings action, Your Honor.
Absolutely not, sir.
And I did also give her copies of everything I filed by overnight mail and today. I handed it to her a while ago and she gave it back to me. I'm not going to fight over it, but They served me with a series of motions. I had to
I
respond at
don't have any motion.
Yes, Your Honor, the package in front of you has a motion to dismiss, has petition for a stay, has answer to the complaint. And
Okay,
has a
you filed these
counter-complaint.
today? Yeah.
No,
today.
we filed it yesterday, Your Honor. You only gave us a week to answer. Remember, Your Honor?
Your Honor, you gave her.
Oh, ma'am, I remember everything I do. Do not try to address me that way. I will have a memory that will throw you in circles. So don't come at me like that. Because if you come at me like that, you're going to get hurt.
I respect.
Counsel, what were you saying?
Your Honor, I was saying that as I recall, and I wouldn't challenge your memory, you may as well, when we were appeared and she asked for the opportunity to present some reference to this federal case, you said, we're going to adjourn this till next Friday at 3, and you can deliver to me a copy of that federal case so that I can look at it, not file a whole host of other pleadings and other matters at the last minute. I mean, that was tough for me to handle, but I got it out, Judge.
Well,
A copy of federal pleadings is part of that package that was hand-delivered to this gentleman and to the court, Your Honor.
This lady's really trying to turn a simple eviction into a federal case, and I've got to say, I have seen some wild courtroom tactics, but this one definitely takes the cake. She knows exactly what she's doing, too. It's just pure stalling at this point. You can see it all over her face. She's not confused. She's pretty much just calculating everything. And she starts whining that Judge Simpson only gave her a week to respond. Like, come on. That's more than enough time when you've already dragged this case out for months. I just loved when Judge Simpson fired back and said he could throw her in circles and not to come at him like that. I just love that moment because you could just tell he'd hit his limit. And honestly, I was right there with him. If I were on that bench, I'd be just as done as him. I think judges get a lot of flack, but this one handled it perfectly. Judge Simpson was calm, sharp, and in control. And at this point, it's not even about justice. It's about patience. And she is running out of everyone else's.
We have nothing to do with that federal case, Your Honor, at this point. She has a case against Wells Fargo, who was a prior mortgagee in the case. We have nothing to do with it whatsoever. We're the deed holder of the property.
there's also been a parties added.
Which they counterclaimed against us yesterday at 11 o'clock in the morning and filed several motions. No parties have been added to this case, but she says she wants to add us to that federal case, and I
Well,
encourage.
the caption is changed.
Correct.
You can't just change the caption.
Well, we haven't been served. And I got the document.
Counsel, I get it. I'm just saying this caption that I have on your documents is not the caption of this case.
I'm sorry?
The caption here, who is Carl Stafford?
Carl Stafford is here. He's my.
I don't care if he's here. He wasn't a party to this case, was he?
No.
It says all residents of the house, and he's the resident of the house.
You can't just change the caption.
What do you suggest I do, Your Honor?
You don't want to hear that. I suggest maybe you get an attorney because I just don't.
She is an attorney, Your Honor.
Well, that's even more alarming. I don't even know what to do with this because the caption has changed, right?
Yes.
You served motions, and apparently there's a counter complaint that the other side or whoever was supposed to add doesn't have an opportunity to answer. I don't even know if there's been a summons issued for these other parties.
Yes, there has.
Are you an attorney?
I'm not a bar license holder attorney. I went to law school.
Counsel, you filed an amended complaint, correct?
I did, Your Honor.
All right.
We have not received that.
I gave it to her.
No, we have not received, sir.
I gave you the packet and you gave it back.
When was that,
Just
sir?
now, I gave it to
You
your
gave
husband.
it to
You
me
two
now?
want to have your own darn conversation. You can do it outside. You don't need me here.
I
I'm not going to be a third wheel on a date in my courtroom.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, very sorry. I did give her all of those pleadings and the amended complaint in a white envelope, which she
Did he-
handed back.
Did he give you an envelope and then you give it back?
Yes, because
Why?
because I tried to give him the joinder and he gave it back.
She never handed it
This is
anything.
like, this is like kindergarten. I'm going to accept the first amended complaint, counsel. You can serve it on her in whatever way you wish in terms of either you can do it by email or you can serve it by first class mail. If she won't take it, she won't take it. What you filed, which starts out entitled plaintiff's defendant's answer to the counter. You're going to have to refile this. I'm striking this pleading. You can't just change a caption. Well, guess we're done. And so I'll give you a week to get that out. I realize it delays the proceedings, but I don't think I can do anything else because I don't know why these parties are running around in this case that you just added to this as the petition to stay is filed on this is crazy. You're gonna have to start over. I'm striking all of that you
Okay.
filed. And you're gonna have to just do it right. I'll take yours, you serve it, they'll have to answer, and then we'll go from there. I don't know that putting it out to next week is gonna do us any good, so I'm gonna put it out to the 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask the court if it may. She hasn't paid rent. They haven't paid rent since November. The rent for November, December, and January is $5,000 a month. And the rent for February and March is $5,500 a month. I would ask that you ask them to escrow.
What is the current monthly amount of rent?
It's, there's a holdover provision, but we'll accept the normal rent, Your Honor.
About 5,000?
5,000 for.
I'm gonna order escrow.
Escrow, we would pay it in escrow, Your Honor, but not to them because they have to sell the property to us.
I'm gonna order that you pay escrow to the court in the amount of $5,000. I'm not gonna do a proration back to the original. You'll start that March 1st. It needs to be paid within 7 days of the date of my order, and then needs to be paid each month while this matter is pending. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please
Thank you, Your Honor.
Order to that effect. I will
So
adjourn this.
February rent and March rent?
I can only have March rent.
March.
I could prorate a day February, but I'm
It's
not.
not necessary. We'll accept the,
March 14th, 2025 at 1 p.m. I feel it cold coming. 1 p.m.
Your Honor. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, I will now. All right. Now give it. Yeah, give it because Ann.
Can I take it?
Can you what?
Could we submit the joinder or no?
You may, if it is in proper form, submit it anything that you like, but not to me.
Okay,
You can file it with the clerk's office once the file gets up there.
by all means.
Just don't. Just don't. Just
Are we dismissed, Your Honor?
bye. Yes.
Thanks, Judge.
The second I see somebody start shuffling papers on the table, I already know what's coming. They're lost and trying to look smart. I've seen this act so many times. I mean, the classic sovereign citizen routine where confidence replaces logic. And when she said she wasn't a barred lawyer but went to law school, I just couldn't help but laugh. I mean, lady, you went to one day of law school 60 years ago in another country. That's not a degree. That's a vacation. I honestly feel so bad for judges like Simpson. They just have to sit through this circus and still keep a straight face. It's just wild to me how the court has to treat these claims seriously, even when everybody knows it's just a stall tactic. I personally think it's time the system starts drawing a harder line on people who weaponize confusion to delay justice. But what do you guys think? Should everybody get their shot in court? Or should there be a limit when it's this ridiculous